Um, Let's align our mind, body, and spirit. For today's topic, Ma'a Petrova, Tia Christine, Grace, Makita Valletta, Narissa, women that I look up to who are literally goddesses on earth. In my own eyes. I've been looking up to these women since I was maybe 16 and I'm 22 now. I knew that I wanted to be like them. But then I had to learn it's not them that I want to be like. It's the energy that they possess that I want to encompass for myself. Get this. Something I learned. I already do encompass that energy within me. Yep, sitting right here in my sacral. That's where it is. That's where my divine feminine sits. And me being attracted to these women was her, my divine feminine, my goddess, saying to me, I want to wake up, Luna. Wake me up. Bring me out. I made a post on Facebook. Some people didn't like it. A lot of people did. You guys know me. I don't care how people feel. I'm going to say what I say. Okay? Not all women can be goddesses. Not every woman is sensual. Not every woman is sexual. And energy cannot be faked. And it's the truth. It doesn't matter how you feel about it. It's the truth. Not every woman is tapped into that energy. However, every woman can tap into that energy. It's easy. It depends on you. Now, I created some steps. My own little personal steps. Now, I don't consider myself a goddess necessarily on the level that those women that I mentioned earlier are, because goddamn, I'm trying to get there. However, I am in the process of reaching that potential because I can. So I created some steps for people who are maybe wondering what they can do to tap into their divine feminine energy. Step 1. Stop comparing yourself to other women. Period. You can appreciate the gifts and the sensuality and the sexuality and the seduction of another woman without envying it and lusting after it. When I first started posing, I felt like the most awkward person ever. I was awkward, point blank period. I was very awkward when I first started posing nude at the age of 18. I did not feel cute. I did not feel sexy, but I knew I wanted to feel that way. And for me, this is the route that I was taking in order to obtain those type of feelings. But I had a problem because I was always comparing myself to my girlfriends who were posing as well. It didn't help. It didn't make me feel better. It just made me feel bad. But I knew something was there. I knew I accomplished something because I was always being booked and asked to come back. So I had to learn to be appreciative of other women's gifts without envying it. And when I stopped envying what other women had that I did not have, I began to realize what I did have. Step 2. Take things slow. Slow like Jamie Foxx. That is my song. That song Slow by Jamie Foxx. That's my song. And take things slow. Literally. Everything. I do a lot of BDSM shows and sexual events, and I do videos and sex work and all this other stuff, nude modeling, and really you are required to be sexy. You are required. I have friends who are dancers and who are flexible, who can do these really cool poses and, you know, who can jump in the air 10 feet high and who can do so much stuff and all these splits that I just can't do. And it's really sexy when they do it. I'm like, wow, girl, you fine. And at first, go back to step 1, I used to envy it because, like, I want to do those things too, but reality is I can't. I'm not there yet, you know? So where am I? What can I do to make myself more seductive. I learned to take things slow, literally, with the way I walk, with the way I talk, especially with the way I talk, because I'm from the South and we tend to speak really damn fast and our words come out jumbled up. So I had to learn to speak more slower and not be so loud. You know, when I'm posing, take things slow. Touch yourself sensually and make the movements organic. When I walk, I'm not walking slow like a snail, but you can see my movement. You can see my hips sway. You can see my feet cross each other. You see me bring my hand up my thigh to my hip. You can see these things because I'm not rushing these movements. They're coming out slow and organic because I want you to see every part of me. Take things slow, literally, and be mindful of yourself. Be aware and be in the moment. Because the moment you're not in the moment, you're fucking up. I have done it so many times, being in a show and I'm walking through a group of people and I'm trying to be sexual, but then I get nervous and I fuck around and fall. Be in the moment and be mindful. Okay? Step 3. When you're being sensual and when you're being sexual, especially if you're doing it for performances, what I had to do so that I wouldn't fuck up so much and so that I could remain mindful and aware, I would put myself, even if I'm in a room full of 100 people, I would put myself in a space to where I feel as if I'm in front of my mate and I'm being sexy for them. And that was a tip. I don't know who gave me that tip. It was a photographer. He was like, just pretend I'm your man and just be sexy. And I'm like, okay. Cool, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? But put yourself in the mental space where everyone is gone but you and your partner, even if your partner isn't there, but everyone is gone and you're doing this for them. You want them to know you're sexy, right? I want my man to know I'm sexy. So I'm going to be sexy for him. Okay? What am I on? Step 4? Step 4. Okay? And this one is the most important one of them all. Adopt self-love strategies. Ritualize them. Make them a practice and perform them every single day. Hygiene. You should be practicing that, period. Okay? Adorning yourself. Keeping yourself up. You're a goddess. You want to be a goddess. The energy cannot be fake. What goddess do you know walk out the house looking like a trash bag? Now, I get it. Every day you don't want to get dressed up, put on makeup, and all this other good stuff. But you don't have to walk out the house looking any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Brush your hair. Put on some lip gloss. Make yourself look decent. It's not for anyone else. It's for you and the goddess that's within. Be more creative. Tap into your creativity. For a long time, I thought I was not creative. But when it comes to sensuality, sexuality, and seduction, that is an art in itself. Because it comes in so many different forms with so many different people. Literally. Tap into your creativity energy. Adorn yourself. Make yourself look nice. You know, make yourself smell good when you go out. You know what I'm saying? Practice self-love rituals. Literally ritualize them. Make them a practice. Use your yoni eggs if that's what you do. If that's a part of your self-love practice, use that. Take your healing baths, your spiritual baths. Do all of these things. Because in turn, your goddess on the inside is going to thank you. And over time, following all these tips and all of these steps by not envying other women and learning to love and accept who you are, by taking things slow, by ritualizing your self-love practices, it's going to become a part of who you are. You're waking up that energy that's already been there. And it's becoming who you are. Now you are tapped in to your divine feminine. And this is the steps that I used and I still use in order to feel and be more seductive and sexy. Because you guys, at first when I was younger and I was doing this and I was doing these practices, but as I got older and it became more organic and more raw, people would come to me saying how to. I was like, okay, so I get it. I'm getting somewhere. I'm not all the way there, but I'm getting somewhere. I became appreciative because now I know I'm progressing. Now I know my goddess is moving up through my chakras. She ain't here yet, but almost. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace, 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 and blessings, and have a really, really nice day.